What are some money moves that have worked for me throughout my 20s that I've learned from high net worth individuals and friends that I've met along my journey? I'm going to tell you right now. Stick around for this video.
Yondo.
Bienvenidos mi gente and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. My name is Miguel, whatever you prefer, I'll roll with it. This video, I wanted to specifically focus on some of the things that have helped me throughout my 20s so far, from friends, co-workers, clients, individuals that are doing it right, that are doing well, and that I've just taken note and studied them and learned from them. And these are some of the things that have helped me figure out what to do with my money on a low income, how to manage it, where to save it, kind of how to plan, how to start to set myself up to be able to work into building wealth and generational wealth, in the long term. If you're thinking long term, generational wealth, breaking these curses of the family and not being able to learn some of the secrets that the wealthy people know. So that's kind of why I'm so obsessed with finances, especially personal finances, and learning how to set yourself up for success. So let's get into it. All right, the first thing that I have here on my little outline of things that you should know and live by and practice early on in your 20s is, honestly, I wish I would have known this right from the 18, but I think once you hit that 18 or you go to college or you move out of your parents' house, whatever you decide to do, these are just things that you should kind of start to practice and learn as you go. So what I have here is, the first one is live below your means, which I know we hear all that all the time. We hear live below your means, don't do this, kind of wait, and we tend to put our priorities second sometime. And that's one thing that I've realized I should have gotten better at, like a little bit earlier. I'm still very young, I still have a lot to learn, but this has helped me a lot. Putting my priorities second was kind of something that I just messed around with, and I should have changed up a little bit. I wish I wouldn't have had that car payment. I wish I wouldn't have bought that cell phone. And those are the kind of things that you just learn as you go, and obviously you just learn, fail and learn, fail and learn. You don't really lose, you just fail and learn, baby. That's all we do around here. So that's one thing that you should ask yourself is, do we need the nice car? Do we need the high interest payment? Do we need that to spend that much money? Or should we wait a little bit? Should we kind of set ourselves up, build ourselves up a little bit, build a little savings, build an emergency fund, and then get the nicer car, or then get the little bit nicer apartment? I started off, my first apartment was super cheap compared to what I'm paying now. It's still not bad. I'm still living below my means right now, but I really want this nicer apartment, and I could afford it, but then I would be even tighter on my budget. And that's one thing that kind of leads me into the second thing that we should do, besides the first thing, live below your means, and the second one that I have here is have a clear vision for your money. When you have a clear vision of what you want to save for, what you want to put your money away for, that gives you a destination. You can't get where you're going unless you have a map, unless you make a map. You can't just, you have a game plan so you know how to get there. So that's kind of one thing that I have that's helped me out a lot. So they've told me before, have a clear vision, make a game plan. If you're just saving money, you're not going to know what you're saving it for. You're going to get confused. You're going to spend it on something that you think it's an emergency. You're going to spend it on things that you wish you wouldn't have. So make a goal towards your money. Attack debt heavy. If you can attack debt, I think you should attack that heavily. Attacking your debt, reach your savings goals, and reach investing goals long term. Because time in the market is your biggest opportunity right now, especially being young, especially if you're just getting into your 20s, or you're already in your 20s, even 30s. You still have time. If you're in your 20s right now or your 30s, and you can start hitting these goals, these savings goals, these investing goals, and you're gonna set yourself up very, very well. So start attacking debt, save for some goals, have some saving goals, because honestly, where there is no vision, there is no progress. You won't be able to get there unless you know where the heck you are going. You know what I mean? Wow. All right. Anyways, and get on a budget. Honestly, just get on a budget. I didn't make a budget until I was halfway through my 20s, and I was like, wow, that just sets a clear vision for my month-to-month expenses. How much I'm paying every month, how much I'm keeping, how much is going towards investing, how much is going towards my health, how much is going towards everything else. You just have a budget. If you need a budget, let me know. I can just give you my budget template. My girlfriend has a really good budget template for some of the girls that like more, you know, the artsy and it's more appealing to the eye, because mine is pretty plain and boring, and I'll make it fun eventually. But anyways, the third thing that I have here, research and learn the secrets of the wealthy. It is a secret, but it's not a secret at the same time. It's something that is out there. It's information that's out there for everybody to learn, for everybody to be able to take advantage of. And if you want to take advantage of it, the opportunity is right there, right in front of your door. It's right on your laptop. It's right on your phone. You can learn these things. And the fact that I've learned them feels like I've opened up a whole new world. I didn't come from money, and the fact that I weaved my way into this world of finances and investing and retirement planning, insurance and all that, it just like completely changed my perspective. I've always been very entrepreneurial. And if you've been the same way, then you know that there's just so many ways of being able to make money, and also to be able to help people, and to be able to set yourself up and your family up for that freedom, or that FIRE goal, the financial independence, retire early one. I'll get into that in another video as well. So yeah, so research and learn secrets of the wealthy. The things that I have for that down here are: understand basics of your 401k or your 403b. When you start working, you are going to be in a plan like that, possibly. Not every time. Some employers don't offer that, but some do. The majority of them do offer you a 401k or a 403b, depending if you're in the different services. But understand the basics of those, and like kind of where you're putting your money and how you're saving up for that. Because one thing you don't want to do is put your money into that and leave the job and you don't know what happened, and then all of a sudden you just get this check and you're like, wait, what happened? I just paid taxes on all this. Why was there so much money in here? That happened to me. That's what I'm saying. Because I didn't know, and then I got a check one day and I was like, I paid that taxes on that? Shoot, I should have rolled it over into an IRA or something, just another traditional IRA, and the money would just be there, be in different funds, and it'd be growing, and I could have avoided a whole headache. So that's one thing I wish I would have learned. Those are kind of some of the secrets and the things that you should learn that are secret but aren't secret at the same time. It's just a matter of understanding. Another thing, know if you need a savings account, or if you have different goals, and you can put that into a brokerage account, which is sort of like a savings account, except it grows a little bit better than anything you would put into a bank, typically. That's something you could ask someone about. Understand the difference between pre-tax accounts and post-tax accounts. What's qualified and what's not qualified. Learn some basic understanding of what, like auto insurance, like how much you pay for that. Life insurance. Life insurance is super important, and it's honestly slept on. It's very much slept on because people don't think that they need it until they need it. It's the same thing with car insurance. You know you need car insurance because you might get in an accident. It's like less than 1% that you get in an accident, but the fact that you are ready for something like that to happen, it's well worth it when it does happen. And God forbid something happens to a family member, but if something like that were to happen and they had life insurance, that family would automatically get that income replaced from that life insurance. Typically, term insurance is really all you need. Term insurance is cheaper, it's easier, and you can invest the difference. It's a better route. But I mean, do whatever you want to do, but that's how I prefer to do it. Another one that I have here is, I already said that, but build a budget and work through your debt. I think just cranking out your debt as soon as possible is the best. You have different approaches. You've got the Dave Ramsey approach, which is through the baby steps. You can have like an avalanche approach, where you attack the highest interest ones first and work your way down until you have nothing. And the very fourth and last thing that I have here is to ask someone doing well, or ask an advisor. And I have a video on that as well that I'm gonna post, and you can watch that one, and it's just about some things that you can ask a financial advisor that may be helpful for you, because I hear that a lot here at the asset management firm that I'm at, and I've taken note of it, and I try and give as much feedback as I can to people, because they do ask questions a lot, and they ask me questions. I'm like, I should just make a video. If I make a video about it, then maybe someone would want to hear. So yeah, so ask someone and get different perspectives. Ask multiple people, because people have different perspectives on how to attack money, how to start building wealth, and it's really interesting. My video just went off. It's really interesting to hear the different videos, so I definitely recommend it. Ask other people and compare and decide if you even want to work with an advisor, because some people don't want to, understandably, because it would save you a lot of money, but it's the same thing as hiring a mechanic or just YouTubing how to work on a car. You're not gonna they have extensive amount of hours. They nerd out on learning how to fix your car or invest your money, but then you just are a little bit obsessed and you watch some videos and you watch some YouTube videos, but it's not the same thing. You're not a professional at that. These are professionals, and they spend their livelihoods learning what to do with your money, and not all of them are great, but that's why you get to interview them, not they interview you. So if you've stuck around this long, thank you. Very much appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna do other little videos like this. I'm not sure how long this has been, but yeah, if you've gotten value from this video, hit the subscribe button, shoot me a message, shoot me a question. Let's connect, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Adios.